this Violence Against Women's Act in particular. If they would just come to the table, sit down with us, and let's have some dialogue about this, and we can show them how that what they intended to help women is really not even helping them. And it's hurting men, okay, and it hasn't even helped women. There's no studies to show that this Violence Against Women's Act has helped women any more than when it first came out in 1994.
Well, most importantly as well is it's hurting the children too.
That's the main point. See, a lot of times when you get government involved into domestic situations and things get blown out of proportion, now you have a order of protection against a man to stay away from his family and his house, okay, and his children. And if that's a man that's susceptible to violence truly, once he has that order against him, he's about 10 times more likely to commit violence against that woman or the children. So what they did is perpetuate the situation. He goes to jail for a night or two, then he gets out. He's got this order saying you ain't allowed to go to your house anymore. If you have any contact with your children before the hearing, you'll never see them ever again. Mm-hmm. So
now, what is the prospect for when it comes up for renewal next year? What is it looking like right now?
Well, if we can get them to the table to talk to us, I mean, we're not trying to get rid of VAWA. We believe that there's a place for the Violence Against Women's Act because violence does occur, and violence does occur against women. Okay, what we're saying is, okay, we don't believe it's happening as much as you say it's happening, and we don't believe that all those order of protections that you guys keep ordering, okay, are true complaints. A lot of them are false allegations, and there needs to be some type of a punishment for people who file false reports. This will let you know how crazy this Violence Against Women Act is because of the way this law is written. There was a lady in New Mexico who filed an order of protection against David Letterman, saying that he was sending her secret coded messages through her TV, and she was afraid for her life. And the judge said, I hate to do this, but because of the way the law is written, I got to sign this order. And she got an order of protection against David Letterman, who he never met and she never met, because she swore up and down he was sending her secret coded messages through the TV set. It got thrown out later on, but David Letterman had an order of protection against him, which meant it took away his right to own a firearm. Okay, he couldn't come within so many feet of this woman. And if he just happened to be at the airport where she was and didn't know about it, he would be in violation. Okay, that's how crazy this is.
And then once you're in violation, then you're arrested and you're fined even more, and it's just a continuous motion, unfortunately, that you've been affected by.
There you go.
Yeah. As political director, we didn't touch on this. I just want our viewers just to get a better idea of exactly what your role is. Can you let us know what you do as a political director? Well,
being political director and being involved with politics as I am, I'm the one that's responsible for making sure that the information that goes out to each one of the legislators is what VAWA is truly representing. If there's any information that needs to go out to them, it goes through me. I'm responsible for the strategy and the plan which we use to deal with the politicians that we decide to talk to on this issue, whether they be Democratic or Republican.
What has the response been from Washington?
Well, this year it's kind of been like a hands-off approach because this is an election year. And there are a lot of ladies that are associated with the NOW organization, and that is a lot of votes. And I don't think either candidate or anybody wants to touch it right now. And I believe in my heart that after November 4th, we might get more response. But as for right now, nobody's commenting on anything. So.
Have you been able to talk to anybody while you've been in Denver? It seems like you would have somewhat of a captive audience right there.
No, I haven't been able to talk to anybody as of yet. But tomorrow night we're supposed to hold a vigil on the southwest corner of the Pepsi Center, and not only myself but several other people from around the country will be there to speak about how this law has affected them and how it's been hurting people and hurting families in particular. And it's supposed to be a press conference that's, I guess it was going out to 400 different media outlets. So it's supposed to be there at 8 o'clock Mountain Time. So
8 p.m. Mountain Time?
Yes.
So that would be 9 p.m. over here on Central Time. And will you be addressing the reporters and the press?
Yes.
And so our viewers will be able to not only listen to this broadcast here, but tomorrow at 8 p.m. Mountain Time, so 9 p.m. Central Time, they'll be able to hear more of an in-depth analysis of what your group does and how the Violence Against Women's Act affects not just you personally, but would affect the males across the United States who are unfortunately victims of this act.
That's right.
Well, I appreciate your time. Unfortunately, we are out. Once again, if you could please state your internet address for our viewers.
Yes, that's aavreform.org. And if I could just say one more thing real
Absolutely.
quick. The president is a female. She's an African-American female, and she's a victim. She was a victim of domestic violence, but she's seen how this law has been affecting people and how it's totally flawed. She runs a domestic violence counseling center, and AAVR grew out of that. And anytime a African-American woman could come to you and tell you, say, I like the idea about you having the Violence Against Women's Act, but the law is broken and you guys need to fix it, I think that speaks volumes.
Absolutely. Well, I appreciate your time, and I look forward to speaking with you again.
Well, thank you. I appreciate that.
Take care, sir.
Bye-bye.